So, you might be wondering why I'm currently in Barrels Out of Bond, and why my Hobbit speedrun tools is open, as you can see from the top of the screen. That is, you're probably wondering that unless you are Great Goblin, or you've been paying attention to my comments sections for my videos. So, the reason that I'm in this level is because someone named Great Goblin, who's a fellow Hobbit speedrunner, requested that I show off the Barrels Out of Bond beta area. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to show off the Pretty Big Warm Welcome beta area, which is something that I just completely forgot about in the previous playthrough. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fly around for a bit. I gotta be careful here because even this level is a bit glitchy in fly mode. It's very easy to still get caught. But basically what I've done is I've pulled up a alternative version of the level file that starts with everything in the level loaded in by default. Instead of, normally the levels have files that only load in whatever's needed for the start of the level, so that, you know, you're not overloading the game with, like, everything all at once. I'm gonna go ahead and make a save here. But, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and fly over to this little gate over here. I'm gonna put on my raid first.
I sense an unseen presence.
It's this gate right here. Normally there's no way to get through that gate because the elf is just completely blocking it off.
Just uninvited.
But
Strange.
I have the feeling that originally in some beta version of this game, you were supposed to find a way to get through this gate at some point. Because if you go through this gate and you get to this side, what you get, and you can also get to it through this waterfall, although there's a big invisible wall blocking that off, so you can't actually do that. But assuming that you could get up here. Oh, this is fun. I love the water. But anyway, you can get up here, and when you head this way, there's this really large room over here. You get a little text box saying beautiful. There are these interactable things that you can't actually put anything in because you don't have anything to put in them. There's this little, like, rock block off thing here that you can just really easily jump over. But yeah, basically there's this huge Barrels Out of Bond beta area that wasn't actually accessible until I want to say like a couple years ago. So this is easily the least accessible one because obviously the only way to get to it is by, you know, using a modified level file. If you fly through here, by the way, you get to this little room, which, if you don't recognize it, this is the room where you slide down the tunnel to get to Saving Thorin. So this is how all of those areas kind of connect to each other. So my guess is that originally you were going to get to the Deep Cellar by, like, going through here. But anyway, we're going to do a little bit of just kind of exploring, running around in here. There are these little tunnels. There's this tunnel which leads back outside, which, if you don't recognize this, it's just this little gate up here, you know, if you even knew that this existed. Because that's a ledge/gate that's kind of just completely inaccessible by default. There's a little ledge up here. I don't think I can make this jump. Cannot. Anyway, there are a bunch of jumps here that you just, like, can't make. So, obviously, you know, movement had to have been a little bit different. There's a funny little door right here, which, if you interact with it, leads outside here to the, like, spider cave entrance. Which I may as well show this off while I'm here. The spider cave has a little funny property about it where, there's a little, I don't know whether to call it a beta room, but inside of this spider cave, you're not supposed to be able to go up here, but if you do somehow manage to go up here, there's all this. Just, like, there's a little platform up here. Don't really know what it's for, don't really know why it's here, but it's just kind of there. You can see it if I fly over there. You can see it really well. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the beta room now. Flying over. Alrighty. I believe this is where I was. It certainly is. But yeah, there's this little grabbable thing right here, which you can use to kind of strafe around. That's not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Somewhere over here, there's a little, like, text box that triggers. I don't know exactly where it is, but it kind of just triggers while you're walking around. There's this little, like, bridge thing right here, which, as far as I know, there's nothing like this in the actual, like, final build of the game. Bridges that are that thin. Little tunnel right here, which I believe also leads, oh no, so this one leads right here, drops down into this, room on top of this little bookshelf. These little bookshelves, by the way, are something that we've known to exist for a while, at least in theory, because there's several beta images for this game. I actually have a collection of all of the currently known about beta images on a Google Drive file, so I might share the link to that in the description. But yeah, there's rooms here. My guess is that there were originally going to be elves kind of parading around, and you would have to sneak past them to get something. Anyway. That's the beta area. I'm sure there's more to be explored here. I want to find that, like, little text box. And I don't really know where to look. Okay, so I went that way, but I didn't go this way yet. Yes, I did. That just leads back to the bookshelf. I grabbed this rope from down here. I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. Obviously, you've got this down here. God, I believe this tunnel just leads... Yeah, this is the other tunnel that leads outside. You know, a different tunnel that leads outside. This one is actually accessible. There are also ways of clipping through the gate. Just not any that are, like, super relevant. Over here, we've got this little bridge. And then we've got another little bridge right here. Oh, this just leads back up to where I was. Whatever. I don't know, I think this area is pretty cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna turn on load triggers, because that way I can, like, see the box for where the little text dialogue thing is, and kind of just walk straight into it. Oh yeah, this also kind of exists. This is kind of just above the doorway into the, like, book room, library, whatever you call it. I forget there are actual words for things, I just don't know. Oh, I didn't go on this path yet, did I?
The Turkish side of me finds this great fun, but the Baggin side is dumb with caves and spiders and swords and hunger.
Yeah, so anyway, that's that. And now that we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Warm Welcome beta area, which is yet another thing that I just neglected to show off in the previous part. So, let me find the best way to get to it. So the best way to get to the Warm Welcome beta area is actually to just go through this basement like you normally would and load everything in proper, which is what I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to kind of clip my way through all of these, like, walls and stuff to get to the beta room. Obviously here you've got the room with the thieves and goblins. And then in here, normally there's, like, a little cutscene trigger that you hit it right here and you can't, you know, go into this room and explore. But this is very much a, like, beta exploration kind of room. There are a bunch of mechanics in here that just aren't used at all in the final game. Oh, nice, I got the ledge thing. There we go. But yeah, you go up here, you go over here. There's these, like, sliding platforms which aren't used at all in the final game. They can't even actually push you off. They can only push you to the edge. Also, the sliders are a little bit glitchy. Let me see if I can do this. If you jump off, you continue having the slider's momentum while you're in the air. Like, I'm not hitting anything right now. I'm just keeping the slider's momentum. And then right here is another mechanic that's not used anywhere in the final game, which are these bars. These can also only push you to the edge. Pretty easy to get past. Another little slider right here. Some more of these. And then we got just these areas. You can't really, like, hop on these boxes to climb across, like I would think you could from the way they're arranged. But you can hop on these to get across. And then from here, you climb this little ladder. You go up, and you climb across these ropes. And then you can just kind of hop over here, or you can hop down here. Hopping down here is, I think, what you're supposed to do. For some reason, jumping on that ledge causes the door way over there to open. Not really sure why. These platforms actually just can't be climbed up because they're glitchy. They have incomplete animations. They also make these wonderful creaking sounds. From here, you can actually get across pretty easily because you can just go around like that. That's not what I wanted to do. But yeah, you get up here, and then you go up here, and there's nothing up here. The room kind of just ends. So it does kind of make me wonder if maybe the escape sequence for Warm Welcome was going to be a little bit more complex. Like, after you get past the thieves and goblins, you have to run through this whole room to actually escape, and then that's your quote-unquote climb back out. But it's whatever. I don't think this is nearly as cool as the Barrels Out of Bond beta area. If you do think this is pretty cool, then, you know, that's cool. Obviously, my opinions should not be or form your opinions. That's just the way that I feel about it. Anyway, I do believe that now that we're done with that, it's time to get back to, you know, the good old Hobbit Let's Play that you came here for. So let me just fix my folders real quick. I have to make sure to put the original Barrels file back into the level files so that I don't accidentally, like, cheat on a speed run someday. And then this, I'm just going to bring my Hobbit saves folder that I was using for my Let's Plays back. And if all is done correctly, I should have my Let's Play saves back in their proper place. And they certainly are. So, I think that it's time to continue on our merry adventure. These dwarves are fun because they all want stuff. And I'll get them the stuff they want eventually, but the first thing I'm going to do is actually just jump. And the reason I'm doing this, actually, is because I want to get all of the chests that are down here. Because I know that at the very least I can get all of the chests in this level. And I would like to try to get all of the chests in this level. And the easiest way to do that is just to go down here. How do I keep missing that? The easiest way to do that is just to go down here and, you know, grab all the chests down here in this little cavern first. Because that way I know that I have all the chests. I take back every word I've ever said about me being good at chests, due to literally that one single chest. It wasn't even like the chest was trolling me, I was just bad at it. Anyway. Another chest. Alrighty. Oh nice, an antidote to make up for the antidote that I used. Fun. And then I believe, if I'm correct, there should be like one more chest hiding. And I think it's up on this next level. That didn't work. That would have been so cool though. Yeah, the chest is right there. Just making sure that I've got all of the other ones down here. This chest just chills over here. Nice. And then if I've done everything correctly, which is doubtful, but if I did everything right, I certainly did. So that was fun. Anyway, now it's time to go off on an adventure to collect all of the things that I do not yet have. Courage points. First of all, I think I already have all the stuff on this side. But what I'm pretty much going to do is I'm going to make a couple of circles around this level. I'm just going to circle around each layer to make sure that I have all of the stuff on each individual layer. That was not really what I wanted to do, but I mean it worked better than what I was trying to do anyway, so I can't really complain. Nice. I believe there's also a chest in this level that's worth like a key in this level that's worth like 9 keys. I already got that lever, so I don't need to worry about that. I do also just in general need to make sure that I have all of the stuff on the main floor, because a lot more stuff spawned since Smog the Dragon left. Sorry, for some reason my brain doesn't want to, like, process words. Like, I don't think this chest was here before. And then I know that that chest wasn't there before. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Bro. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. Anyway. Oh, that really didn't actually do that much damage to me. That's kind of funny. Nice. Alrighty. And now, here, there's a chest here. That also was not what I wanted to do. However, this one is a lot easier to back up because I can just do that. And then there's this chest over here. So a lot of me playing through this level is unfortunately just going to be this. Because this level has a lot of things. I do believe that's everything on this side. Next up, and I think, I don't know, I want to say this technically qualifies as the next layer up. I don't know that it really does. Wow. Listen, a failed chest puzzle or two here or there is not even that big a deal. Those don't count toward any proof that I'm bad at chests. Nobody has any visual proof that I'm bad at opening chests in this game. I've only ever succeeded at opening chests, as a matter of fact. And if you believe anything else, then you've been brainwashed to believe that. Sorry to inform you this way, but that's just the facts of the matter. The other facts of the matter are that I'm going down to collect the chests that I haven't gotten down here yet. Where are they? Well, there's this one. Hello. There we go. That one was slightly frightening, but not really. Ooh, those puzzles were actually really nice. Anyway, that is all of them over in this area. There's dwarves over there. You know what would be really nice of me? If I go over and talk to the dwarves. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go talk to the dwarves. Dwarves are friendly.
What would a dragon want with all this gold? Well, it's not as though he could spend it.
No worm
Man, I
is
don't know.
deserving of this much beauty.
Excuse me, that guy was not a worm. That guy was a dragon. Okay, yeah, no, I knew that that was gonna not pay off well. This one has a very tight timer, so... Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna let the poison wear off this time. Can I not make that jump? That's kinda silly. I was hoping I could, like, just kinda, like, side shuffle it and somehow be able to make it, but that did not work out in my favor. So, hold on, do I have everything now on the floor level? Methinks I do. If you see anything that I missed, be sure to comment about how silly I am for missing something. And don't be mean about it. Don't be like, you're stupid. You idiot. You missed a thing. Be like, haha, silly Cricks. You missed the chest right there. I don't know. Anyway, it's time to go up to the next level now. And the easiest way to get up to the next level is to glitch out of existence, I guess. That was kind of funky. But no, the actual easiest way to get up to the next level, at least from over here, is just climb up this chain. You know, I think I am misinformed. There's a chain that I'm looking for, and it's not that one. Oh, you know what? The chain I'm looking for is, like, over here. I was actually in the right area. I just went the wrong way with it. Yeah, it's this one right here. There we go. The GameCube any % chain. Anyway, time to go this way. Collect a bunch of courage points. Making sure I'm not missing any coins, because there's a lot of coins up here. This right here is the crevice that we sneak around, and any %, this one right here. We kind of just sneak this way to avoid the smog trigger, because we actually get out of bounds without smog catching us. It's kind of a little bit of a silly thing. But anyway, time to continue on our merry way. Pulling the switch to open that little door. And now for the best part of the level. These daunting chains. Oh, and I guess from here I can see the whole ground floor, so I can see whether I've missed anything or not. Oh, that was terrifying. Anyway. Only slightly. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that was fun. Imagine I die to chests. Okay, that one is actually just not giving me very much time. Anyway. I will use a key on this if I have to. Actually, no, I won't. Okay, bad cycle. Okay, there we go. Only took me 17 years. Anyway, this chain I should just be able to re-grab to climb back up. Okay, can make that jump pretty easily. There's a chain here that I can grab. Go. And we're up. I'm gonna swing on the chandeliers. On the chandeliers. Alrighty. Fun. Can I grab this from here? Okay, I can. It looked a little bit risky, so I actually wasn't sure. Alright, now this is the fun part, and the part that I hate the most out of any parts in this level. And that is the part where I get to do this absolute nonsense. These chains can actually cause you to take a lot of sudden damage, depending on how far away they are when you jump to them. You can actually take a mid-air damage fall from these chains just like doing their thing. Okay, don't think there's anything on this chain. I'm gonna climb all the way up just to make sure. As a matter of fact... Yeah, no, that's all the stuff on this side. What was he even reaching for? Alrighty. Back over to the pedestal. We'll save just in case. That didn't work. I'm loading, but, you know, if you want to count that as a death, you can. I will leave that one completely up to viewer discretion. If we want to count that toward the death counter, then so be it. And if you don't want to count it toward the death counter because, you know, I didn't actually die, even though I was definitely going to, you know, the death counter is subjective anyway, so. I can see it either way. Okay, that did not give me enough time. Okay, that also didn't give me enough time. That one was solid. Okay. Making sure that I've got everything up here. Oh yeah, fun fact. So this little grabbable thing right here actually allows you to get out of bounds really, really easily. Which is one of like 17 different ways to end a level early. Because you can just completely bypass, you know, the entire end of the level sequence by doing that. Not that I want to do that in my, you know, very glitchless Let's Play that I've been doing, with absolutely no glitches. Can you guys confirm in the comments, you know, just for anybody who's watching this part first for some reason, that this Let's Play has contained no glitches so far and has only completed the game the way that it's intended to be completed? Please and thank you. I would really appreciate that, you know, so that everybody watching this can just check the comment section and be immediately confirmed that there have been no glitches in this whatsoever. That was fun. Alrighty. Oh, I thought that I didn't have enough time, so I just immediately hit escape at the end of the chest. Because I was like, yeah, it's gonna kill me. It didn't kill me. I was safe and sound. Look at me being just that amazing. I think there's stuff over here that I must get. And by stuff, I mean, this one courage point. Okay, that's good. That courage point actually had a chance of increasing my death count because it doesn't like me very much. Alrighty. Let's save again and continue on our way. I believe that's a full circle around the top layer. It should be. And we do have all 31 chests and most of the coins. So, that's basically everything, I think. The only thing I'm potentially missing, because I know where the coins that I'm missing are, so at this point the only thing that I'm potentially missing are courage points. So I guess we will see if I somehow manage to get 100% in this level. First of all, oh, you know what? I didn't let his dialogue play out, so I'm just going to let his dialogue play out.
There's a giant ruby down there that belonged to my father, Ronnie. If you see it, please bring it to me.
Bro, you're never going to guess what I found.
All the thanks in the world are not enough. Now my son can inherit his birthright.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
The necklace of Kirion is in that stronghold, Bilbo. If you find it, bring it back to me.
Bro, you're never going to guess what I found.
Kirion. Thank you, Bilbo.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
Bilbo, if you find the spears of King Bledorthan, please recover them.
You're never going to guess what I
Thank
found.
you, Bilbo. It's good to have these spears again in the hands of the dwarves.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
Bilbo, I've heard tales of a giant golden serving dish. If you find it, please bring it to me, huh?
Bro, you're never going to guess what I found.
Oh, now that's pretty.
Absolutely, you're welcome. Anyway, now that that's done, time to go off and do some more important things, like, water. So the way that this works is you just push in the blocks to cover up the drains so that the water cannot drain. And now that the water can't drain, the water goes up. And you just run forward and do not let the water catch you. There we go. Coinage. I think this is the part where I don't want to push in the block quite yet, because there are like hidden pathways off to the sides. Yeah, okay. Not going to push in the block quite yet, because there's stuff over here. That's fun. That one just objectively doesn't count toward the death counter because it wasn't a death. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Unfortunately, my slash jump was pathetic. But yeah, this is where I want to go, over here, to get the coins that I want. And then, is that all of the... Not quite yet. There should be a couple more over at the other end of the world, but those ones I don't have to worry about until after the next block. So I can go ahead and push in this block without any further ramifications of danger. So we're just going to push it in. That was fun. I don't want to do the same thing there because I'll actually die. Time to go. Just making sure that I've actually got everything. And I'm going to go ahead and save. For some reason, that pedestal had no color on top of it. That was kind of odd. But, provided I've done everything right, these up here should be the last coins. I think. How am I missing 40 coins? I am probably incorrect about those being the last coins then. You know, You know what I just realized? I definitely missed a bunch of stuff on the walk down. Yeah, okay. Because there are a bunch of courage points that spawn, like, on these ledges as you're going down. I wonder if it's even theoretically possible to get those right now with the water at the level it is. Okay, I'm gonna try it, and if I die, then it does in fact count toward the death counter. Obviously, I'm hoping that I don't die, because it would be really nice to not die. Okay. And then methinks that's it, actually. The one that I'm weirded out about is, how am I supposed to get to those coins over there? I think the only way is by going this way. Yeah, okay, no, that was actually easy. Way easier than I was expecting. And I'm still short coins. Well, you know, I know that they're not down here, and that's the main concern. But anyway, let's save, and let's continue on. That was terrifying. Hello? Please stop. You know, 20 coins is kind of an obnoxious number, too. I actually legitimately have no idea where I would be missing 20 coins. Whatever. I might do a little bit of running around to try and find them. Keyword might. Now we just get to, you know, ride very slowly up the platform. Isn't this so much fun, guys? Aren't you enjoying this so much? I know I'm just having a blast right now. You know what? Let's have a long jump contest. Let's see how far Bilbo can long jump. The rule is I'm not allowed to cross this line. Okay, that's how far Bilbo can long jump. Yay! I got all of the courage points, except I didn't.
Good work, Bilbo. Follow me.
He's
to
just
the wall
floating
city
there
of
next to
Erebor.
Thorin. Thorin's like, I don't see anything odd about this. I don't see anything strange about this. I don't see anything off about this encounter. I'm just gonna do a quick jog around to see if I missed anything over here. Honestly, if I care that much, I might even send the video to Taz, who is the 100% professional for this game, basically. He's like the record speedrunner for 100%. I might send him the video and be like, hey, where did I miss things? Tell me. Do tell. Alrighty. Well, you know what? I said it before. I'll say it again. When it comes to this level, I don't really care. So I'm probably just going to go on and continue with, you know, this fun Let's Play. Okay, that's a real death. That counts as a real death. Not only that, but that's a very silly death. Okay. Let's go finish the level. Alrighty. You know, that's only 16 courage points and 200 coins, so it is what it is. I'm not going to buy anything, because I don't actually care.
It was a quiet night in Lake Town when Bard noticed a golden light in the distance.
Golden light? That must
His
be gold
men
flowing
thought
from the mountain.
gold was flowing from
Bro,
the
I was
mountain.
joking. Are you kidding
But
me?
Bard knew it was dragon fire.
These idiots. You know, this isn't what Lake Town looked like when I was there.
Arrows splintered against the dragon's scales. The townspeople fled. As Bard knocked the black arrow, the thrush whispered to him and told him what Bilbo saw.
Oh yeah, the thrush overheard Bilbo talking, I guess.
Black arrow. Go now and speed well.
Alrighty. And the dragon is
3 days
dead.
later, the ancient raven Rook told the dwarves Smaug was dead, and that the men and wood elves were sending armies to claim a share of the treasure. Thorin sent Rook north to his cousin Dane. He called for an army of dwarves to make war on the men and elves.
Here you are, Bilbo. The first payment of your reward. A mithril vest. A powerful object forged for an elf prince long ago. No less than you deserve for your help in this quest. And now I have a very important task for you. The Arkenstone, the heart of the mountain, is locked in the treasury. Find a way into that treasury and bring me that stone. You will need to open
How
those doors
fun.
first. Talk to Oin and see what help you can give him. I would trade all the riches in these halls for that one jewel, Mr. Baggins. Bring me the Arkenstone.
Man, that sounds so exciting. I can't wait to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. Speaking of things I can't wait to do. Alrighty, so this level is long and tedious. So I hope you enjoy watching me play long, tedious levels. Especially when I'm trying to, like, you know, 100% them, like even slightly caring about the score. Because this level is, I don't want to say easy to 100%. I disagree with that on a, like, foundational level, but, like, compared to Inside Information, this level's not too bad. There's courage points just, like, chilling over here on these little, like, pillars and stuff. Alrighty. Gonna just make a big circle around real quick so I can collect all of the stuff that's, like, out here on the edges and whatnot. Because there are hidden courage points, there are hidden coins, there are breakable jars. Ooh, there's a green courage point over here. Nice. Jump attacks are cool. What's up, Oin? Alrighty. So much thing. So very much thing. all of the things to collect. Nice. Coin, how fun. Okay. Can't do that. I did try though, imagine, that would have been really cool.
What odd-looking markings?
That's crazy. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? You know what sounds fun? You know what sounds fun? This glitchless Let's Play. We're just gonna, you know, do it the way that it's intended. Hello? Okay, fine. I'll go around. You know me, when it's a glitchless Let's Play, everything has to be done the way that it's intended, so... You know, absolutely no glitches here. That was fun. That was also fun. I want to get this courage point, you know, glitchlessly, with no glitches whatsoever, obviously. Duh. Yes, I got a rock. I'm like Charlie Brown, I got a rock. I got an antidote potion. That's crazy. I love antidote potions.
This is the way to the old treasure chamber. That wretched dragon took the grandest hall of our kingdom and befouled it for 200 years.
You know, that doesn't look like the way to the treasure
Still
chamber.
stinks of dragon. No need to go down there.
I specifically remember there were stairs leading up here. Anyway, I think that's everything in the general outer circle. No, not even think. I know that's everything. Yeah, no, that is in fact everything. Alright, so now the fun part.
I need to open these doors, but I can't figure out how. It involves these blocks, but I'll be burned if I can figure it out.
You know, that sounds fun. You know what sounds even more fun? Not doing that. So I'm going to, do this the glitchless way. Obviously. Hello? That's not what I wanted to do. That's the wrong glitchless way. I need to do it the better glitchless way. Hold on. That's also not the glitchless way. Hold on. I'll get this the glitchless way here in a second. Trust. There we go. That's the real true glitchless way. That's what I wanted to do. You know, glitchless, of course. Dude, I love these spiders. Die. Thank you. Man, I am so poisoned. Oh, no, 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 I'm so dead. There we go. Wait, are they all dead? I think they're all dead. Fun. Yeah, they're all dead. Okay, anyway.
The treasure behind those doors is worth more than all the Shire.
I'm sure it
Open the
is,
treasure
my
chamber,
guy.
You'll need a new key. The original was broken when Smaug looted these halls. Go to the forge and ask Bifur to make a new one. To use the key, you need to expose the keyhole. Each of those chains lowers that column a bit. You need to pull all 4 chains to lower the keyhole all the way.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna, not do that right at this moment in time. I'm just gonna collect stuff. Just gonna steal all of this chamber's riches. Bro, my jump attack is actually, like, insane right now. Alrighty. Anyway. You know what? I think I will lower the keyhole all the way, just like you requested of me, Mr. Dwarf. I think that is a great idea. And then what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna climb up here. And I'm going to go ahead and save, because there's a lot more things to do. That was fun. We're just gonna go this way. Alrighty. Gonna have to go back through a lot of these areas once I go in the water room. Because there's some fun stuff to do in the water room. Anyway, chain. We're just gonna do more fighting now. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do this the fun and easy way. I'm just gonna stand over here and let the spiders kinda run around in circles where they can't get me, and continue jump attacking them. Okay, they're all dead now. That was easy. Fun and easy. And I didn't even grab the chain on this side. Can you believe me? I sure can't. We're gonna go ahead and grab the chain and lower it to give me easy access to the treasury at any given point in time. And now, I'm gonna go expose that keyhole. Oh, I can't even long jump. There we go. Fun. Let's put the chain in. How fun. Oh, fun. See, right there, you have to go around the little pillar thing in order to get those courage points, which means that it's definitely an intended mechanic, and yet in Warm Welcome, you're treated like you're not supposed to be able to do it. And also, it's very broken because I just accidentally clipped through pillars twice. Anyway. On that note, going ahead and lowering the chain. Okay, that didn't work. I guess I'll go around the other side then. There's a couple ways to get up. The easiest one is honestly just to clip into the thing, like that. Which is, like, so obviously a glitch. But whatever, it is what it is. On to the gear room. Your room is fun because there are also spiders in here. Where are they? Give me spiders. There they are. Same deal here as before. Oh, I am possibly dead. No, I'm not. I'm fine. Look at me surviving. I feel like I just got a second health, or not a second health bubble. I feel like I just got a new health bubble, and I'm about to get a new health bubble already. What's up, Bomber?
This room powers those carts up there. When they're active, we can travel all over these halls. Until some water is routed into this room, there's not much you can do in here. Go to the water room, Bilbo.
You want to bet? You want to bet? I bet there's not much I can do in here. I bet there's more I can do in here than you think, Mr. Bomber. Alrighty, you know what? Let's collect things. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. You can just walk under to grab them anyway, so not really that difficult. And then gears here have really weird collision boxes, which is silly. I can put a gear belt in.
These gears are broken.
Really? I don't think they're broken anymore. I think I just fixed them. Anyway, we've done that. You know what that means? It means it's time to fight more spiders. Alrighty, you know what? Not even taking an antidote yet. Hold on, is that all of them? Okay, now I'll take the antidote. And you know what? We're gonna have some fun. Gonna take that Waters of Vigor too. You know what? Let's take a second one, just cuz. There we go. So many health bubbles. Look at that. 2 complete rows of health bubbles, all purple. The best color, truly. Anyway, back up we go. Those doors are still locked. At some point I'll have to get around to unlocking those doors, huh? Time to go on my adventure. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's right. That's not happening. I mean, there is a thing that I can do here where I can just, like, spam long jumps, like that. And that allows me to make it through anyway, so... That was, way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Hey, look at that! Key mold. How nice. And now I'm in the water room. There are so many things I can do in the water room. Such as, the water puzzles, and actually not really much else. I do want to actually make a save in here. So what is the most efficient way down without dying? That, it appears to be.
This must be the room that powers the rest of the kingdom.
Nice. Alrighty. Going ahead and collecting things. Oh, and that door is shut too. There's no dwarf in here. Huh, that's kind of funny. I think this is the one room that doesn't have a dwarf spawn in it if, you haven't solved the block puzzle. Which is kind of interesting, I suppose. Alrighty, so... I don't want to route that way because of reasons. So instead I'm going to route this way. And route that way. And... route that way. That way. And... awesome, that filled all three of those. And now, I just have to worry about this one. Alrighty, and that's all of those. And look at that, the lifts are moving around. However, fun fact, don't even really have to worry about the lifts, because I can just do that. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and lower this chain. And I'm going to do the same thing here, where I have to route the water this way. Let's make sure I know what I'm doing. Like so. Like so. I do believe I actually want to route like that. Yep, okay, easy. There we go. And then that opens all of these little crevices. And we've solved all of the water puzzles. Yay, us. And just ride this lift back over real quick, just because I want to lower this chain. No reason other than I want to. But anyway, now that I've activated all of the lifts, well, first of all, I actually want to go and grab these little chests. Look at that water. That water's so shiny. Alrighty. That one is open. I believe there's another one over on the other side. Yeah, there is. And that's that chest. How fun. Alrighty, time to make another save. And then this is the actual reason I wanted to lower the chain. Was because it's going to be more efficient to climb back up. And we're just going to ride the lift around. And down. And this is the forge. There's actually a really obnoxious hidden courage point in this level, or in this room. It's right over here. It's one that I used to, like, always miss. Alrighty. And then there's some, if I remember, yeah, these two reds just kind of chilling off the edge. I actually kind of like that. This level has, for the most part, nicely hidden courage points, where, like, they're in places where, regardless of whether it's somewhere you would normally go or not, the spots make sense, like they're not just like hidden inside of bushes like flies and spiders. With the exception of that one pink courage point, which I think is really dumb. Alright. And then that should be all of the secret stuff in this room, aside from my favorite element of this level, more spiders. So we're gonna go and fight some spiders, and possibly die along the way. Alright, well that was efficient. Alrighty. Actually, yeah, that was really easy. Hold on. There should be more on the other side, yep. I want to say there should be more as well, because I do not think that's all the spiders. Maybe it is. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that is actually all the spiders. Well, that was easy. Anyway, collect things.
This is nothing like any forge I've ever seen.
Yeah? So the bellows are working over here. So no worries about the bellows. Now we just need to turn on the fire. I know I'm not doing a lot of talking to all of the NPCs, like I sometimes do. I like how it just happens to land perfectly right side up. Alrighty. And then I think that's all of... yeah, that's all the courage points in this area. Okay. Now, as for the key molds, we don't have all the key molds we need. We have 2 of them. And I'll go ahead and forge the ones that I have. Just because, why not? And then I'll come back to the forge later. Alrighty. Yay. So much fun. I'm having so much fun that I'm actually going to go and have more fun fighting spiders right now. I do really like the layout of this level, actually, and the way that these, like, spider halls are laid out, because pretty much, like... They're just, like, straight hallways where, like, if you don't want to fight spiders, you can just put on your ring and run straight past them without really worrying too much about it. Okay, and that door is still locked. Let's go to the other side of the world. Not that way. Let's go to the other side of the world and fight the rest of the spiders. For some reason, I feel like I'm missing something in here. But I guess that's a discussion for a later time. Just waiting for my jump attack to refresh, because I want to be able to immediately jump attack all these guys. Or I guess one of these guys? Nice. Is that all of them? That's all of them. How fun. Alrighty. And if I'm correct, that's all the spiders in this level, actually. Which means I thought I saw a shiny thing, but I did not. I was mistaken. Which I'm okay with. Oh my goodness. That's gonna send me a ways back. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and let myself die there. Not too big of a deal. All that means is I have to go fight spiders again. Which, you know what, I'm going to actually do in the next part of this Let's Play. Which will probably be the last part of this Let's Play. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. Yeah. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.